What comes first, like the beat or the lyrics?
Yeah, I think it would be different for every artist. For me personally, I go with the beat first. I find something that like instantly in like the first 5 to 10 seconds, I'm bobbing my head to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm like, this is it. You
right.
know, and then I'll start like I'll kind of scat to it. I'll be like da 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 da, or I try to find the flow of how I want it to go. And then I'll start putting lyrics to it. I usually do the hook first. I try to do the hook first to figure out what my theme's gonna be like. And then after that, I'll put the verses in.
What's going on, everyone? It's the Talk About It podcast. I'm Loren Fulmer.
I'm Victor Dantas.
And we're joined today with the fun, amazing, good, positive energy, Raiy Banz. Raiy, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for coming. Victor and I, we got a chance to actually see you perform. That was my first experience. And then kind of from picking up a T-shirt and, messaging back and forth, we were able to get you to come in and join us. So.
Man, appreciate that. Appreciate you picking up the merch and checking me out. I hope it was a good show.
It was 309.
It was great.
309 Fest. Victor asked me what I was doing that night, and I was like, well, I'm here at the patio at this music show, and why don't you come on out? So I don't think he even knew what he was getting into.
But I enjoyed it. It was good.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, who is Raiy Banz?
Yeah, so my name is Raiy Banz. I'm from Galesburg, Illinois originally, but I reside in Peoria currently. I would say that I'm a hip hop artist, but I don't confine myself to just hip hop. I would say like I'm a pop artist as well, but I'm currently working on a country song right now, actually, and I've done a rock song before. So I try not to, put myself in a box, but yeah. So I'm a female artist. I represent, integrity, staying down. Sticking to your guns, sticking to who you are, and just creating like a movement, a positive movement. And so yeah, that's pretty much who I am from like a core perspective.
That's awesome. And I will say I could tell just in the first time watching you perform, not only a solid stage presence, but your energy was so it's contagious.
Yeah.
And so I will say you're accomplishing a lot of that for sure.
I appreciate that, man. I try to, I feel like I'm more of an introvert, but when I get on stage, I kind of have to transform. And I mean, people feed off of that, and they love to see me get into that mode. So it's really cool. And I'm glad you guys were able to experience that, man. I feel like I love when people come to my shows, man, and they're like, oh, I saw you. I'm like, man, that is that's the biggest thing you can do to support me is just come to a show, so.
Well, I've been to a few more since then, and there's even been more people showing up, more people singing along.
Every time,
it's
man.
Louder and louder.
Oh
so you're doing a really good job on keeping that energy going.
Thank you, man. I feel like I'm still taking it in, because one of the last shows at the patio, shout out Adam Pacheco on the patio in Galesburg. Yes. But they were I couldn't hear myself over the crowd singing my song, and I have a video of it. It's on my page, but I was singing it, and I couldn't hear myself because everybody was singing. So I was like, oh my gosh, and I put the mic out, and they were all singing the song. I was like, this is crazy. Yeah. So I still feel like I'm on a high from that, but
that's cool.
But yeah.
So how long have you been doing music? I mean, I'm sure even at a young age you probably had some energy or connection with it, but how long have you been this is something I'm going to really dedicate to?
Well, so dedication would be 2021. Probably would be the year where I really started to dive into who I am, my brand, and just creating, that movement that I was talking about, and just putting myself out there and continuously putting out music and things like that. So 2021 would be the start. So, but I mean, I've been writing since 2015. So it's been, you kind of have to build that confidence layer, I guess, to it. All artists go through that. They're like, I don't want to put it out. This is
trash.
This is trash. You got to let your friends hear it. And so 2021 would be the time where I finally built that confidence up to be able to release actual songs on all platforms.
How was the first music that you wrote, and what's the difference between back then when you did your first music and now, and how do you launch your songs and how does that all work?
Yeah, man. Well, first song I ever wrote, like release actually, yeah, I hate it. I'm not gonna lie, I hate it, and I think all artists will say that. But really, like the theme behind each song has always kind of stayed the same, you know, like pushing yourself, being driven, staying loyal, you know, working hard. So it's always been kind of the same, but the first song is definitely a lot less catchy than my songs now, I would say. But what was the second part of the question?
How do you launch your songs?
Yeah, how do I launch my songs? Well, so this is a tip for any artists out there, but I would definitely recommend releasing your song on whatever platform you do. So if you use DistroKid or what have you, you know, put it in and then set it to release 30 days later. Don't set it to release the next day. It's not going to give you applicable time to release on all those platforms. It gives you time to pitch your song, things like that. So I try to do it 30 days before I actually release it. And then you know, you do your campaign. You either come with a visual, which I try to bring a music video to every song that I release. My EP, I didn't get to do that because there was a few songs on there. You know, it's hard to be able to fund all these music videos. So I did one for my EP. But yeah, so just kind of releasing 30 days before the actual release, and then you know, just keep pushing whatever single that you're feeling, you know, put it on your platforms, your socials, get people to organically want to listen to it, you know. So that's
nice.
kind of that's kind of the avenue I would go.
I sometimes wonder what and maybe it's different for each artist, but what comes first, like the beat or the lyrics?
Yeah, I think it would be different for every artist. For me personally, I go with the beat first. I find something that like instantly, in like the first 5 to 10 seconds, I'm bobbing my head to. You know, I'm like, this is it. You know, and then I'll start like I'll kind of scat to it. I'll be like da 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 da, or I try to find the flow of how I want it to go. And then I'll start putting lyrics to it. I usually do the hook first. I try to do the hook first to figure out what my theme's going to be like. And then after that, I'll put the verses in.
How long can something like that take? I mean, I'm sure, you know, depending on your head and where you're at, like it can go quicker.
Yeah, it really is dependent on, everybody's different. But for me, like I have to have like, at least my house has to be clean. Like I have to have things in order in the house for me to be able to be like, okay, I can sit down and concentrate on this song. So make sure my house is organized. I make sure I'm in a good state of mind, you know, usually substance free. I try to, you know, have a clear mind, you know. But yeah, so just making sure that I'm in that good state and ready to go, you know. I try to stay really healthy. Like I'm a healthy rapper. I like to say, you know, I don't abuse things, and I eat really well. I was gonna say,
I have you on social media. I see these like yogurt fruit bowls and granola.
No yogurt, no dairy.
I don't know what it is, but they look so good.
Yogurt? Huh?
No, it has like
it is a fruit bowl.
Something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a smoothie bowl.
I'm like, why don't I have stuff like that? I'm over eating a fried egg and some bacon most of the time. But yeah,
I definitely cut out the pork a while ago, but I'm on this, like, I don't like to call it a diet. It's like a vegan, vegetarian lifestyle type of thing, you know. But I have cheat days. Don't get me wrong. I still dabble in like eggs and fish and like white meats, you know.
Sure.
So you know, try to stay.
What's wrong with pork?
Do we want to go down the list?
I'm sure there's a good laundry list. I know a lot of people stay away from it, but it's right there on mine. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been killing our people for centuries.
Yeah. Pork has.
Yeah, man.
Whoa.
You look at like bacon grease and cholesterol.
It's just awful.
You know,
what do pigs eat?
Everything.
Everything.
Right.
They'll eat everything.
Yeah, you probably never watched how a hot dog's made, but maybe.
I have.
my
I know
God.
exactly.
And I'll still eat them. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
But I should make better choices, I'm sure.
Hey, I hope I influence you to do that. You know, I do feel like clear-headed, and I feel like I have more energy. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, and like when I don't eat like heavy meals and like I don't eat meat, like for dinner especially, like I'll be like, oh, I can do like workouts. Like I'm like ready to go, you know, like I can do it. I can do anything right now. I'm not like, oh, I'm ready to go to bed. Like, let's
Right.
get, you know, so.
No, there's something to that when you eat, and I have gotten better. My main thing is portion control.
Yeah, that-
like I might eat them, but I half the time don't even try to finish the whole meal because I'll be miserable and comfortable for 30, 45
That's my
minutes.
problem.
You'll eat the...
I eat everything.
Well, I used to. You know.
I eat the whole thing. Whatever you put in front of me, I will not stop at halfway.
See, but that feeling
He's like,
that you
look.
get afterwards is
It's
enough.
terrible. I hate that too.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
It's
and
no
I,
fun.
Yeah, and I feel like eating like lighter foods and just 80% full, they say. Get to 80% being full and you'll be all right. So
When if you
portion
eat
control.
slower too, that helps because
Yeah.
some people you just start getting in there and then you don't realize how much you've ate or eaten in that short period of time.
Well, yeah, even if you like chew longer, you know, it helps break down the nutrients more and you get more out of your food too.
Just calm your ass down.
Just relax, man. Just chew then swallow,
Right.
okay?
Yeah, barbecue ribs sounds good now.
No, you'd rather, right.
He wants some baby back ribs.
Right. So,
Hey, but I was gonna ask you so do you think music in general they go viral more because of the beat and melody of the song, or is it because of the lyrics?
or the person.
Because I
'Cause
do.
I think you probably get all
the
three.
person too, or voice, quality of the voice. But in my opinion, it goes viral because of beat and the melody of the song.
Yeah.
But what would you say?
So I mean, there's a lot of aspects to something that goes viral, right? But I would say like the beat 100% like is a huge aspect. Like you have to have a beat that makes, because I mean, I know you guys have heard songs before where the lyrics are just trash, like
Most songs,
just
the
awful,
lyrics
right?
just don't make sense.
Don't
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah.
You don't resonate with them, and it's like, but that beat though, it's
the
like,
beat,
oh my gosh, like I'm hearing it in my sleep, you know? So I think the beat mixed with like the person, some people will go all out to go viral, like the baby, for instance, he was walking around with a freaking diaper on, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he went viral from that. So it's like, what's the person willing to do to go viral, viral in a sense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like by chance viral, I would say beat and, the person and what they're doing. Whether if it's a company pushing you, all it takes is some money and for everybody to hear that person. Cause a lot of these artists, they're not good, but they have a good beat behind them and they have money pushing them. So people are hearing them, if you have an artist like myself who has a good beat, has good, a good core values to the song and, it's meaningful. You would need like a marketing company to push something like that, so it's all about what they're willing to push.
I imagine it's tricky, and I do agree marketing is extremely important for music. And here's why. Like sometimes I listen to a music the first time and I don't like it, but then I listen again, and then maybe the fifth time I listen to it, I start liking it.
Dude, every time.
It takes a while, a lot of times to start liking a music,
Every time. You just got to get it in people's ears.
Often.
That's all it is. It's really the trick.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest part because this market is overly saturated. So
in marketing we always say you need to put an ad in front of the person for at least 7 times for that person to feel comfortable with doing business with you. I think music, it's kind of similar. You need to listen to that over and over. And
well, the music, you can combine music with a message, and it can go, obviously so much more powerful. But I know, like working in radio for so long, and that's that consistency and repetition. You keep telling people, and half the time they're not even consciously picking up on what's going on, but your brain is filtering this information, and then you wonder at 11 a.m. you're hungry for a McRib, like at McDonald's. You know, like McDonald's had like advertising down way before most.
All of that, yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just crazy. But I could see where music, you know, same thing. You listen to it enough times, it's gonna start to catch you. I even know like songs like Bop. You know, by Hanson, like no one really, I think, liked that song.
Right.
That was just catchy. It would have you singing along with a bunch of like 12-year-old boys singing Bop.
Yeah.
But that song is it's obnoxious, but like it hit right to the top.
And there's a lot
chart.
of that too. Like you hate the music, but it stays in your head.
Right.
You know?
So
let it play
true.
right now. I'll start singing.
No, I'm serious,
and I hate
man.
it. Literally, it's one of my hated songs.
I swear, I remember hearing that Pink Pony Club. You know that song? And you don't know that song,
don't think
bro?
so.
I heard it one time and I was like, "What the hell is this? Like, I hate this." And then I heard it like 2 or 3 more times. So I was like, "Okay, Pink Pony Club." So I'm like, "You heard it though, right? Yeah, okay."
Same thing with singing. You know, commercial jingles. They're putting into a song, and then they're singing the autos. You know,
You're singing it in your sleep, man.
So it is real. The market, it just proves that the marketing absolutely is important.
Yeah, shout out to Clear Profits Digital Marketing, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, and even there's stuff like your shirts here. Did you come up with this artwork, or like the idea, or how did that come into it? Because this what got me to buy the shirt was just the artwork itself. You know? I loved your whole performance and vibe.
That's awesome.
But when I saw the artwork like that, I loved the tape with the whole, all of it coming out and spells Raiy Banz.
Yeah, I love that, man. So actually, this design came from a couple friends that wanted to, help me. They were like, I was looking to find some type of art to put on a t-shirt, and they're like, well, let's do a few sketches and see what you like. And she gave me her name's Melinda, and she gave me 4 different sketches, and I was like, I like this one. And so I picked that, and then it was just kind of like a rough sketch, and then I went to my friend Jenny, who is a digital creator. She can turn things into digital art creator, and she kind of cleaned it up and made it into a PDF form to where I was able to put it on a shirt. So shout out to my friends that believe in me and want to see me win. So yeah, definitely this is all in-house and done by some really great people. So
that's great. And you take that to the concerts too?
Yeah, I take all my shirts to the concerts. I haven't even sold these like on any of my socials yet. I take them to the shows, and people buy them there. So these are actually like kind of unreleased.
I got the black one.
Yeah, Loren has that, and if you guys want a Raiy Banz shirt, definitely reach out to me. I'll be happy to send you one.
Ray, do you mess around with freestyle? Like, you just I remember we did a lot of that in junior high school, mess around with buddies, and we would have like freestyle sessions and stuff. I'm not putting you on the spot today, but like, is that something you do enjoy? I would, but then Victor wouldn't be able to contribute.
No, I don't
do in Portuguese.
Hey, there we go. That's different.
Actually, can you? And would you be able to do that in Brazil? Like
I used to. When I was younger in school too. It's a different beat though.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, I might need to put you on a track, man. What's up?
Let's do it.
That would be so great.
No, I freestyle sometimes, like if we're around friends and stuff. But I have to tell you guys, stop asking your rapper friends to freestyle. We don't like it. We just want to chill. Like, nah, it's fine though. Like I freestyle sometimes, but like when I'm messing around or drinking with my friends and stuff. But like, but
I still do when I'm just driving.
Like
I do enjoy it.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun.
By yourself?
Yeah, I mean it's no different than just using words and rhyming and having fun. It's different. I mean, half the time I'm singing a song, I'm saying the wrong words anyways.
That's another thing about songs. A lot of people that's why I believe the beat is important, because a lot of people just sing it wrong anyway.
Yeah, they only have the right word. They've been singing it for 15 years. They're wrong as hell.
It's just like me singing American songs when I was younger. I didn't speak English, so I'm just saying whatever.
Right.
I still catch myself doing that, man. I'm like, wait, this is what they they were saying? I've been singing it for 15 years like this.
Yes, it totally still happens.
Yeah, no, I mean, I freestyle. Well, I'll even freestyle when I first hear a beat, you know, and I want to write to it. I'll freestyle, you know, that's how a lot of artists start. So, yeah, I don't mind freestyling.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy it. It's usually like a good little laugh or two, you know.
Yeah, we got to get some people freestyling on here, you know, do like a little segment, talk
like
about it, freestyle
Friday or something.
You know, that would
bring
be
two
dope.
rappers.
You can
Why
do
not?
it.
Someone else.
You could do it in Portuguese.
Put a funk beat, you know.
Yo, you can do the beat on the table.
See?
That would be dope.
We're on it right now.
Yeah, I will tell you, a lot of those freestyles that you see, though, they're not real freestyles.
No,
Somebody
they did the lyrics beforehand.
They
well,
did.
you can
I
tell
believe
some
that.
of them.
Yeah.
You can tell. It's like almost
Too
like AI.
intricate,
Yeah,
you know?
It's like seeing a AI sometimes. You're like, come on, that's AI.
Yeah.
I was just in Vegas now, and one of the artists that stay, you know, there doing their thing. Yeah, he said he was freestyling, but he was there for 40 minutes, you know. There was no lines that didn't rhyme, you know. So I was like, nah, this guy wrote this whole thing.
Yeah, or at least chunks and pieces, and they fill in between. Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, I mean, there are some people that do the freestyling. You know,
there's some talent out there.
I mean,
100%.
there's people that are not even like celebrities that can You know, I have a buddy who freestyles like crazy. You know, so it's like, but he doesn't do anything. You know, he doesn't do music. He just does it for fun.
Sure,
you know,
and that's lovely.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Raiy Banz, what was your first concert you ever went to?
Like
Legit? Yeah. What was your first one?
Man.
I love asking people this, by the way.
So I was actually 6 years old. Shout out to my mom because I went everywhere with her. I went to a Nelly concert.
Nice.
Yeah, it was Nelly. I almost caught his Air Force One in the crowd.
Nice.
I was just a little too short though. But yeah, Nelly was my first concert ever.
Who else was there? Do you remember?
I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I remember like bits and pieces of it.
It's like, what year would this have been? Like 2003, 5,
So 6? I was born in 97. So yeah, 2003 or 4.
I remember like that country grammar.
That's when he was big, man. Yeah. It was an experience. That was my first ever concert. And then my second ever concert was Kenny Chesney.
Okay.
Yeah,
I went to Nashville a lot for family vacations. So I've been to some country.
Is that country?
Yeah, I grew up on a lot of country and rock and hip hop. So
that's cool.
Yeah, little mixture.
Mine was Bone Thugs and Harmony and Keith Sweat.
Okay.
And SWV.
That's dope.
It was crazy. Yeah.
That's an experience, and you'll never see that again.
No.
You know, nothing like that.
No, it was wild.
What year?
It would have been like 96-ish, 95.
Okay.
Around there.
That's dope.
I was being born that year.
You weren't? That was the first time I ever smelled there was marijuana in the air. and I was so young, I didn't know. I was like, these cigars,
skunk in
these
here?
cigars smell crazy, man. Like, but that was my first time ever being in the presence of it. Was at a Bone Thugs and Harmony concert.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know
Keith Sweat had Twisted at that time. That was his main hit.
Well, yeah.
Do you remember what?
Bone Thugs and Harmony. They're Chicago.
Yeah,
they're from Chicago.
I believe so, or Cleveland.
Are they?
I want to say, man, now one of us is right. I know it's one of those.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're from Chicago.
Yeah, we'll look it up after.
Yeah.
And there's people right now going, no. They're probably like, it's Maryland. So I don't know what it is.
Look it up.
But I swear, I want to. You might be right.
I feel
we're
like
gonna
they
look it
are.
up either way.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was crazy show. And then after that, it kind of got me hooked into going to the big concerts like that. You know, the energy that comes from music and that many people.
Yeah, they're fun.
It is. It's a really good vibe.
Yeah, I want to tap into the state fair this year. Actually, Snoop Dogg's gonna be there.
I saw that.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
At the state fair in Springfield.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I went to a couple. Bone Thugs was there one year. I got free tickets to that, and then Nelly was there. Nelly, Ashanti, and Ja Rule were there last year, I think, and then or the year before last year, and then TLC TLC was there. I saw them too. Yeah, it was fun. Nelly was packed though. Like,
really?
Yes.
So you got to see him again.
Yes. Right. Yeah, I did.
Much
it was crazy.
Than being when you were 6.
Yeah,
right?
It was dope. It was dope. He definitely was pushing that country album. That's for sure.
That's cool.
That's great. Do you have a artist that you look up to, or like it's your, model?
Yeah. So probably like the main artist that I look up to, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. He's probably like the main artist that I look up to, just based on like his morals, how he treats women, what he stands for. He was big on like bringing gangs together and stopping like violence, and just creating a business and a brand and pushing it, so that he's probably like the biggest one, probably the only one that I really like look up to fully. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he's from Compton, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I've heard the name. I'm probably being a little bit older and out of the music scene, but I definitely heard the name. Yeah, he was just really like, he got nominated for a Grammy for his last album, Victory Lap, but he got assassinated in front of his own store, the Marathon Clothing store, in 2019. Yeah, someone. It was crazy. I was distraught. I'm not gonna lie. I was really. It was almost like Kobe dying. Sure. Like it was crazy. Yeah. But yeah, he definitely was 10 toes down and a real stand up guy for sure. That's cool.
Yeah,
nice. No.
Do you, when you do your, who does the sales for you? Is there so the people that wants to have your concert, they just reach out to you, or do you have people actively reaching out to clubs and so usually concerts?
Right, that's a good question. So usually there's a promoter involved, so they'll reach out to me and be like, hey, do you want to be on this show? And they'll offer me either a percentage of my ticket sales, or they'll pay me a flat rate just to come out and promote it, and bring people. So so usually I'll have like some sort of ticket link, or I'll have tangible tickets. So that's usually how it goes. The link is big. A lot of people use Eventbrite, so we use that. Definitely encourage you guys to buy tickets ahead of time. It helps the artist, not only the artist, but it helps, let the venue know how many people are going to be there. So just usually the Eventbrite link, or some sort of ticket. It's usually sometimes they do like at the door tickets, but I feel like that's kind of like weeding out, because they want to make sure that people are buying tickets ahead of time, push it. It's almost like a pre-save. And
they're usually, get tickets now for this price, or at the door for a few more.
A little bit more, yep.
Right.
Yep, that's how.
Do you come into the concerts with a DJ, or do you have a band, or is it just you usually? Does the bar provides speakers and stuff like that?
Yeah, good question. So usually there's a DJ already like booked with the promoter. Most of the time I don't come with my own DJ, no. But yeah, so you usually come in and you link up with the DJ, whether you sent your set ahead of time, or they're downloading it right before. I do come sometimes. I come with my boy. Shout out Eric Bruce. He's my guitarist. So we've done some shows together recently. He went to so I opened up for Skilla Baby at Peoria Expo Gardens, and I opened up for Anne Marie at Peoria Expo Gardens, and he performed with me both times. But I do think it's a good idea to have your own DJ. It definitely helps with the vibe, and like, if you don't know the DJ ahead of time, it can be kind of awkward. They don't really know how your style is. They don't know, like, do you want them to have a microphone and hyping you up in the background, or, they know if you have your own DJ, they know what's coming next, they can know like how to set the tone almost. Yeah. So, and usually so there's like sound and there's a DJ. So some DJs come with like sound equipment, like the speakers and things. And other times they'll book the DJ and then a sound like guy or sound people separate. So,
okay.
So nice.
Yeah. Where can people see more of your music and more like where can they find you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you can find me literally everywhere. If you type in Raiy Banz, RAIYBANZ, I'm going to pop up everywhere. So I have a lot of music videos on YouTube currently. I'm actually dropping a music video in 6 days. It's called Executioner. Executioner is available on all platforms, all audio platforms right now. But it will be, the music video will drop in 6 days. April 22nd, I'm dropping it. And it's a really good visual. So you really can find me anywhere. Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere.
Right. How does that work on Spotify real quick? If I go on there, I like your song. I like your song. You start getting a certain amount of likes, all of a sudden you have 1 million likes. Is there any tie to that through Spotify, or how does that work?
So for Spotify, what really matters is like how many followers you have. So you can go and you can follow that artist and it'll say, you have this many followers. Also monthly listeners matters. So if you're getting at least one person is listening to your music every month, that adds to that monthly listening. And then it plays. So it'll show up like, oh, this artist has this many plays on this song. So those are kind of the only numbers that really matter for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just was wondering, we talk about Google hits and different things like that. I wonder how Spotify was.
Of course, yeah. It's
cool.
It's all different.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, really appreciate you coming and kicking with us and telling a little bit about your journey and sharing your style with us. Really appreciate it, Raiy.
Anytime, man. I appreciate you guys having me. Like, you guys are really cool, good vibes. It's crazy. I already knew you, and then, we met at the show, so it's always been nothing but love and good vibes. So I appreciate you guys having me on Talk About It.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for coming. Yep.
You guys, that's Raiy Banz, RAIYBANZ. Look her up and hit like and support her, and definitely I hope you love her music as much as I do, and keep it up, Raiy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
See you guys next week.
Talk About It podcast. I'm Loren Fulmer,
I'm
Raiy
Victor
Banz,
Dantas.
and Victor Dantas.
Let's go.
Victor Dantas.
See you guys.
All right.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Talk About It podcast.
I'm Victor Dantas.
I'm Loren Fulmer.
And we would encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the bell. It's going to be right below the video. So you
hit
guys,
the bell.
so you know when the next episode is up. All right?
We appreciate all the support.
Thank you.